Welcome to Sports Talk with L-Beasley. It is Thursday afternoon here for me in Detroit, Michigan. Today's going to be somewhat of a brief show, similar to how it was yesterday, because I have a business meeting to go to in a couple hours, but I did not want to disappoint my loyal fans and supporters who look forward to watching my show every day, and once again, thanks for all the support. So I'm going to discuss the Thursday night football game, of course, as I can't wait to see this one, and a couple other things that's going on in the world of sports right now. But starting off with the big topic, Thursday night football. Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the Minnesota Vikings. And me, quite frankly, I'm looking forward to this game. First off, I want to see, to me, it's going to be the battle of the quarterbacks and the battle of the running backs. As most people know, Christian Ponder played horrible last week. The Minnesota Vikings passing attack was awful last Sunday, but thanks to Adrian Peterson and the defense, they did enough to compensate in a win. Christian Ponder has had an up and down season. In the last 6 games, he's thrown 3 interceptions. And some still believe that he's going to basically carry that on until the whole season. Hopefully that's not the case. Now, some may say, Ponder's done well, and that's true. Ponder has connected with Percy Harvin 53 times, and tight end Kyle Rudolph already has 5 touchdowns. But the team is 27th in the league in passing with 203.4 yards per game. So basically, they're also their best start since 2009, being 6-1, but it's mainly due to Adrian Peterson once again, and also due to that great defense who's been stepping up huge and only allowing 319 yards allowed per contest. But at the end of the day, I still think the Vikings are going to win this game. Even though Christian Ponder's didn't have the best game last week, he has his struggles on and off again. I just don't think anybody can stop Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson ran for 153 yards, basically coming up the middle. And not only that, he seems to just get better and better after every game. And he's been especially impressive after first contact. It seems like he's running violently as ever. And for somebody coming off a torn ACL and an MCL, that is impressive to see. But I am looking towards Tampa Bay defensively too. They have a nice young linebacking crew that has been able to do some nice things. The Buccaneers have allowed a league best, I believe, of 1.78 yards per rush before initial contact this season on rushes between the tackles. However, this season, 90% of Adrian Peterson's rushes have been between the tackles, averaging 2.42 yards per rush before a contact. So once again, just some compelling stats. If you know stats when it comes to football, just think about. But that's the main good thing about the Bucs defense is that nice, young, youthful, active linebacker crew who can wrap up some guys and definitely have some athleticism, even some strength to definitely wrap up Adrian Peterson. I just don't see it happen. Adrian Peterson is running more violently than ever. Once you make contact, he's running over you, through you, around you, whatever you want to say. He's looking even better than the old Adrian Peterson and continues to get better every game. And just as far as Tampa Bay is offensively, Josh Freeman's coming off a monster game. But my problem with the Buccaneers is when they do become pass happy, generally it is when they're fighting back, just like last week. The Buccaneers, that was basically a comeback win by Josh Freeman. The only way I see the Bucs coming in here and winning this game is if Christian Ponder truly struggles and if they're able to even slightly contain Adrian Peterson. Because at the end of the day, that Minnesota Vikings defense is tough to score against. But not only that, I really think running back Doug Martin is going to have to step up. He's a nice running back. He seems to be doing well. But short of him matching Adrian Peterson today or outdoing Adrian Peterson today, I just do not see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers get going. Because like I said, at the end of the day, when Josh Freeman gets pass happy or when that Tampa Bay offense gets pass happy, generally it is because they are behind, and that is the only way they can get back into the game is by getting the ball in the air. So personally, I'm going with the Vikings in this one. Like I said, Christian Ponder thinks he's going to play better today. Hopefully not too many interceptions. Hopefully he doesn't turn the ball over at all. But I think he's going to play better today. Like I said, I do not think that this Tampa Bay defense can handle Adrian Peterson. And not only that, I think that this Minnesota defense can hold their own just like they've been doing all season. So I'm going with the Minnesota Vikings in this one, but I cannot wait to see this game. In other news, some big went down in the NFL a little bit today. Not early in the NFL, but it's causing a little stir in the NFL. Sports Illustrated did a little poll, basically. They did a poll that they released this week. Sports Illustrated magazine did a poll that they released this week. And a total of 180 players voted in this survey, with 34% naming Tim Tebow as the most overrated. Yeah, I repeat, overrated player in the NFL. Mark Sanchez finished I shouldn't say he finished, he tied for second, receiving 8% of the votes. I believe Dallas quarterback Tony Romo also had 8%. So Mark Sanchez and Tony Romo both were tied for second. Third was Michael Vick, and I believe fourth, was Michael Vick third or fourth? I think Michael Vick was third or fourth. But the fact is, Tim Tebow was named most overrated player in the NFL. Now, I don't really, I mean, if we being real about Tim Tebow, he's been overrated since high school. If we're being real, to a certain extent, he's always been overrated. But at the end of the day, I cannot fault what the man has done since high school. He's won. I can't fault in college what he was able to do in Florida. Yes, he had a great team. Yes, he had a great coach. So what? That's not an excuse. That's just something that helped him become the guy that he is today. So I'm not going to fault him. Like I said, that boy is a pure winner. He's a hard worker. I have nothing against that. I don't care if I dislike you or if I think you are overrated. If you're a hard worker and you are a winner and you got the rings and the championships, whether in high school, college, NFL, to prove it, I'm fine with that. He got high school to prove it. He got college to prove it, obviously. So at the end of the day, the only thing he hasn't got is the NFL one. But at the end of the day, I mean, I see where they're coming from. He's the most overrated, but it's hard for me to say he's the most overrated in New York because he hasn't really gotten his chance to. He keeps going, Rex Ryan is sticking with Mark Sanchez, and that's fine. That's his business. That's his team. I could care less. I ain't a Jets fan. But at the end of the day, I was a little shocked to see that Tim Tebow was the most overrated. I see probably where those 180 players are coming from, but I don't get how we're going completely overrated because we haven't seen him play. I mean, we see him get in there, punt return? I mean, it's kind of like, I guess I see where the players are coming from. When he is out there, he doesn't seem to do anything that well anymore. But at the end of the day, like I said, the boy's a pure winner. Is he overrated? Yeah. But he's been overrated since high school. I mean, he's overcome a lot. He's improved some things a lot. But he's always been overrated. He was one of the top quarterbacks coming out of college. He really wasn't if we're going down to nitty-gritty great quarterbacks as far as passing, execution, leadership. No, not all of it. But at the end of the day, can he pass? No. But, I mean, he was a leader. He was an executor. He's a clutch guy. He goes out there. He's not afraid of the moment. I can always respect that. He did it in high school. He did it in college. And quite frankly, he did it in the NFL up until now. So I'm not really that's really all I got to say on this. As far as Tony Romo and Mark Sanchez, Tony Romo to me is always, he just always been one of them guys somewhat overrated. Mark Sanchez, I never thought much of him at USC. So, I mean, I guess you could say he's overrated, but I never really thought much. I didn't blow up Mark Sanchez like half the world did at USC. I saw him at USC. I saw him in high school. I was impressed, but not that impressed. Michael Vick being overrated, I kind of agree with that, and I'm not going to really say nothing else on that. But like I said, at the end of the day, I see where they're coming from, but if we being real, he always been overrated, but you cannot deny the fact is the boy is a winner. He has rings, championships, trophies to prove it. But I see where people are coming from, and that's really all I got to say about that. Also going on in the world of the NBA, the Dallas Mavericks have suspended guard Delonte West again for the second time in less than a month. Go on ESPN.com, you can check out why. Basically, it's been said he's had some detrimental conduct with the team, some arguments, and he's saying that didn't happen. At least this time it didn't happen. But if you go to ESPN.com and look it up on Google, you can definitely see why he's been suspended. And my whole thing is, I don't know the story. I know Delonte got some issues. He got some issues, no question. I mean, he's proved that for the last couple of years. But at the end of the day, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I don't even like Dallas. I don't like Delonte, so I really don't care at all. My whole thing with Delonte is get off Twitter complaining about it. That's my whole thing with Delonte. If you on Twitter, go look up Delonte West's Twitter account, and you're going to see this boy's been going off for about a good hour, if not longer. And like I said, at the end of the day, keep it off the social network, man. Go vent to your family. Go vent somewhere else. Do not go vent on Twitter. That's not a good look. It's making you look worse. Keep it to yourself, man. I know it's hard because I want to vent too sometimes, but I don't do it on Twitter. Get off Twitter, man. I know you upset. I don't really know the story. We may never truly know. I think Dallas just want to get rid of you personally. But at the end of the day, get off Twitter. Stop talking about it. Leave it alone. Delonte, get yourself together. Oh, yeah, and also in breaking news, David Stern has announced that he will be retiring, or I shouldn't even say retiring, stepping down February 1st. Wait for it. 2014. Yeah, that's right. You still got to deal with David Stern until 2014. So that means about 2 more years, basically. But at the end of the day, some people are happy about this, some people aren't. I mean, there's definitely some things David Stern has done over the years that I do not like. It's like Roger Goodell's pissed me off in the NFL. But at the end of the day, you know, he was the NBA commissioner. I mean, I got a certain degree of respect for him, and I got a certain degree of I don't like you at all type of respect for him. So at the end of the day, he's stepping down. Like I said, it will not happen until February 1st, 2014. Again, that's 2014. As of right now, I'm hearing that Adam Silver will take over as reign as the NBA commissioner in 2014 after David Stern steps down. So more news coming on that. I'll probably discuss that more tomorrow just because it's still kind of breaking news and more information is coming. But I just wanted to kind of throw that out there. Once again, thank you for tuning in to this segment of Sports Talk with L-Beasley. I hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to let me know what you think. I know somebody agreed or disagreed with me. It happens every day. So be sure to let me know what you think of the show. If you have a topic you want me to discuss that I did not discuss, like I know it's a short show, but if you got a topic you want me to discuss, a player, a team, a coach, be sure to let me know. Always happy to discuss any topics that my fans want me to discuss. If you want to be a guest on my show, be sure to contact me. All my contact information is on the end at the credits. Be sure to let me know. If you want me to be a guest on your talk show, if you have a sports talk show, radio show, whatever you're doing, if you got something that you want me to be a guest on, please let me know. I'm always happy to come on someone else's show and network and give my views and opinions and all that jazz. So be sure to let me know. Once again, all my contact information is on the credits at the end. Go check out MoneyballSportswear.com. They are a huge supporter of Sports Talk with L. Beasley and me, Lauren Beasley, period. So go check out MoneyballSportswear.com. If you love Nike, you love Under Armour, you are going to love Moneyball. Go check out MoneyballSportswear.com. The only way to ball is Moneyball. Once again, thank you for tuning in. I hope you really enjoyed this segment. Thanks for all the love, fan support, shout-outs, all that jazz. I really appreciate it. Constructive criticism. It's much love. It's much appreciated. Thank you again. Continue to support, and I will see you guys tomorrow.